Hello there. Good morning. This is Ralph with a power lead system training for, well, it was supposed to be for Tuesday, and I got knocked offline for a while, so instead I just enjoyed the beauty of nature. So today on Wednesday, I'm playing catch up, but this is supposed to be the Tuesday training that was going to be posted yesterday. So, what we're going to be talking about today in this Tuesday training is we're going to be talking about how to choose from an unlimited number of background pictures when you're creating a sales funnel using the Power Lead system. Now, when you first start using the Power Lead system, it looks like you have a limited number of options for using background pictures. But using a few simple tools and a little bit of coding knowledge, you can actually change that to where you have a virtually unlimited number of options for background pictures using the Power Lead system. And before you sign off thinking, oh, this is coding, I don't want to learn that, this is really simple stuff. And once you get the hang of it, it's super easy. So bear with me here. First of all, let's pick a website to edit, a web page to edit, rather. So what I'm going to do here, I'm in my back office now for the Power Lead system. Going to go up here to websites. On that column that says web pages, I'm going to go down to the option copy web pages. And we're going to get a web page within the Power Lead system here to copy. Now, the one that I'm going to use for this demonstration is this lead capture page number 3. And it's got a very generic background. It could be a sunrise, could be a sunset. And let's just copy that and use that for the sake of today's demonstration. Go all the way down to the bottom and click on the green button, Make Me a Copy. And now we're going to give it a name. And I'm just going to give this, Demo D. And then we're going to leave that, everything else there the same. We're not going to mess with that. We're just going to mess with that background image for today. Now, see, this is the current background image. It is a sun either rising or setting, depending on your mood. Now, with the Power Lead system, they give you some generic options you can replace that with. You can choose from like a stack of money, a bunch of coins, other nature scenes, a beach scene with a strawberry daiquiri, looks like, a diver swimming, fire, dogs, a dog, people, beautiful lady, guy and a lady, guy and a lady, mathematician, whatever. But that's pretty much the number of images that they give you here. Now, what if nothing that you see there really strikes you as being indicative of your business? Let's say that you have a business that's kind of esoteric, kind of obscure. I'm all into the obscure and the esoteric in my business world. We do a fairly good business doing tarot reading and supplying information and doing tarot readings for people. And so it's not that a widespread or that mainstream a business, but we definitely do have a definite niche market that's been sustaining us for the last 8 years. Now, there's no pictures here that really say, learn tarot or get a tarot reading. But what we can do is using a tool called Pixabay. Actually, it's a website that you can use as a tool. You can get a wider variety of pictures to use on your website. And there are other tricks that you can use to get unlimited number of background pictures. But today I'm going to focus on Pixabay. And what we're going to do here is we're going to make this, well, first of all, we're going to go to the right page. Let's say nothing here really strikes our fancy. So if you want to swap out the background picture with something rather different, click on Edit Text. And that's going to take us to this page here where we are asked to go ahead and make some edits to the text. Now, if we're going to be selling something tarot related, let's say tarot lessons. Okay, what you do here is we need to get rid of all this because this does not apply. And I got that highlighted. I'm going to click delete on my keyboard and it's gone. Now let's replace that with a simple, straightforward title. Learn how to read tarot. And then give the name of the service, Tarot by Ralph. And there we have it. Now, let's take a look at what we got. Save changes. Gonna view the web page. And click down here. Yeah, learn how to read tarot, Tarot by Ralph. But now that background image, does that really say tarot cards? Do you even know what a tarot card is? I mean, you may be reaching out to people who have no idea what tarot cards are. And that background image just doesn't say tarot at all. It can be used, yes, but it doesn't really say tarot specifically. Now, what we can do to swap that background image out to something that is definitely tarot related, we're going to go back and click edit your web page. And that takes us back to the edit text option. And what we can do here is we're going to click on source. And that's going to give us the source codes. And this is where a little bit of coding comes in. Now, what we need to do is we need to find the picture code. Now, the picture code with the Power Lead System pictures ends with the letters JPG. And I see it right here already. I've been doing this for a while practicing, so yeah, I can find that source code very easily. It's right here from the HTTP all the way over to the JPG, not including these funny little quotation marks. But let's say that you're having trouble finding the JPG code and you need a little bit of help. What you can do is on your computer keyboard, just type in Control F. And that opens up this little box up here. And then you just type in the 3 letters that you're looking for. JPG. JPG. Hit enter. Well, didn't even have to hit enter. There it is. That code is highlighted. It automatically takes you to where that code is. Let's get rid of that. I'm going to show you how this functions. Let's say, okay, now that code is completely hidden. And you don't want to have to scroll through all this stuff to find the JPG code. Again, just hit Control F. Opens up the control box. Right here we've already got JPG selected. So this is where you have to hit enter. Enter again. There it is. I've got kind of a slow computer connection today. But yeah, there it is. JPG. That's the code right there. From the HTTP to the JPG. This is what we need to replace. So go ahead and highlight. I'm going to highlight that. And that little line of code is what we're going to have to swipe out. Now, how do you find something to replace it with? I'm going to go ahead and make that small, open up my second window, and this is the site I was talking about. This is Pixabay. And this is a service that you can use. You can create an account if you want to. And it gives you free images and royalty-free stock photos that you can use. And they've got a tremendous library. And so what I'm going to do here is just type in tarot. Let's use tarot cards. That looks like a popular option. And there we go. Now that says get a tarot reading. What if people don't know what tarot cards are? There's the Tarot of Marseille deck right there. There's another tarot deck there that I'm not exactly familiar with. There's another Tarot of Marseille deck. There's Tarot of Marseille. Let's use this one right here. Tarot of Marseille is pretty popular with services like this because none of the images are under copyright. With the Rider-Waite deck, you can get into some copyright image, issues. But Tarot of Marseille is so darned old, it's no longer under copyright. So what we can do here, wait a minute, that's not exactly, that's a different, but anyway, they're tarot cards. That's different from my Tarot of Marseille that I use, but it looks kind of neat, so I'm going to use it. So if you want to use this background image, what you can do is right-click just on the picture and go down to Copy Image Address and click that. And now we should already have the code copied that we're going to need to use to swap out pictures on our sales funnel. So now I'm going to make this small. Going to go back to our other page and see that code is still highlighted. So I'm going to right click on that, click the paste option, and that swaps out the code. So now let's click on Save Changes and see if we've done this right. View your web page. And there we go. Now that definitely says tarot cards. And yeah, learn how to read tarot, Tarot by Ralph, and then I can jazz up that title if I want to. And yeah, there you go. There's a little description, a little picture showing you what the tarot cards look like, what one deck of tarot cards look like. I don't have a deck like that, but looks kind of interesting. Anyway, what we can do here, so let's say you're not into tarot reading. Let's say your business is something completely different, and yet something that you don't see highlighted within the Power Lead system very, very strongly. Let's say you're dealing in used cars. So let's click Edit Your Web Page, and we'll show you how to change that background image yet again. Let's say instead of tarot, we're going to change that out. We're going to say tired of your old car. We're going to set this up for a car sales person. And now that looks good, but we got to change that background image. So what we're going to do is click the source button there, and then find JPG, so Control F, and JPG is still highlighted. Click Enter, and that takes us to that code right there. And so what we're going to do, we're going to highlight that puppy, and that's kind of a longer code. So what I'm going to do here, make that a little bigger on the screen to demonstrate this a little more easily. There we go. Now, all the way from the HTTPS, in this case, to the JPG, we're going to go ahead and we're going to highlight that. And we're going to swap that code out yet again. Now, let's find a code to use. Going to go back to Pixabay, and instead of tarot cards, we're going to type in cars. Should be a popular topic here. Cars background. Now that's pretty much to the point. And okay, find something that says car. I like that one. That's kind of an older car. That's really an old car. Tired of your old car. Hey, that could work. Do they have an old clunker? An old clunker would really work here. Not seeing old clunkers yet. Here we go. Not old clunkers, but these are kind of classic old cars. Let's just grab this one. I like it. And again, we're going to go ahead and right-click on this. And we're going to click on Save Image. No, excuse me. Copy image address. And that's going to give us that code that we need. Then we're going to go back to the other page. And then we're going to go ahead, right-click on that, and click Paste. And that swaps out that code. Now, let's save this. Click this green button here. And see what we've done. View your web page. And there we go. Tired of your old car. And I was looking for an old clunker, but actually I kind of like this picture too. If I was actually selling old cars, or selling new cars, and wanted to inspire people to replace their old car, I would be using a picture of old clunkers, and I'd spend a little more time trying to find an old clunker image on Pixabay. But yeah, this is one way. Just one way. This is not the only way. This is one way that you can get a much larger library of images to use with your Power Lead System sales funnel. Just use the Pixabay website, and yeah, you can just swap out any picture there on Pixabay with the background image on the Power Lead System. And all the images on Pixabay are royalty-free. And one way that you can use the Pixabay option, and I'm going to go ahead and go back to the Pixabay page to talk about this. If you find images on Pixabay that you like, you are given the option of tipping the person that uploaded that picture. They have an option here called, coffee. You can follow this person. This is Rainwater Gallery. Now, I've never used any pictures from Rainwater Gallery in any of my work, but, you can follow if you want to. And if you really like their work, you can go ahead and buy them a cup of coffee. And you click on that option, and that takes you to a donate page, essentially. And this opens up, and boy, that's really direct with that one. And you can donate whatever you want to using your PayPal account. Now, I'm not going to do that, but that's one option you can do. And why am I telling you this? Well, I think it's good form, first of all, that if you're using the work of other people, even though they're putting this work up on the internet for others to use freely, if you really like their work, and if you're wanting to use a lot of their images, you should be giving them something for their efforts. So you can go ahead and you can pay the creator for their content. It's totally voluntary. You don't have to. All the images here on Pixabay are royalty-free. They're public domain. You can use them any way you want to. But if you want to make a Pixabay account, let's go. This is something I haven't done yet because I'm not much of a photographer, but I'm kind of getting into it. But you can upload your own images and you can create your own account. You see, mine is blank. Wow, that's a very clean portfolio. But let's say you want to use Pixabay to easily upload your own pictures to this site, so that you can use them on your sales funnel, and you're opening up another income stream, potential income stream, so that if you're putting up good quality pictures. Let's say you're into a niche market like I am. Tarot reading, something that's more obscure than selling cars, let's say, or nature scenes or travel or whatever. Let's say you've got a pretty obscure art that is not prominently featured on Pixabay, maybe something that's not featured at all on Pixabay. You can create your own Pixabay account, upload your own pictures to Pixabay, and then you can use your pictures very easily just using the Pixabay site. Grab the code, take it back to your own web page, and use it on your sales funnels using the Pixabay platform. And if other people like your work and they want to follow you and they decide that they want to go ahead and pay you for the images that you've been uploading to Pixabay, you might find yourself in a situation, this is not guaranteed at all, but you might find yourself in a situation where people are donating, $5 here, $10 there, maybe $1 or $2 here and there, and that would open up a secondary income stream using this totally free platform. And again, people are not required to make donations to the artist when they're using their content, but if you're uploading good content, it's a possibility that people might actually donate. I've got a couple of artists here on Pixabay that I love, and I do click in, tip in $5 here and there to reward them for posting really good content. And as a result, they continue to post really good content that is related to my niche. So that's how you can use Pixabay to really find a nice variety of background scenes. Let's just click on that puppy there. They got a lot of nature scenes. Let's look into old cars again, kind of see what they've got here. Maybe we got a better photo to use. There's an old car. There's an old clunker. Now that says buy a new car. Let's just go ahead. This will be my last demonstration here. Let's say we want to swap. Yeah, let's use that as a background picture for our car, our imaginary, car site here. Let's go down to copy image address. And we got that copied. Now go back to our Power Lead system. This will be my last edit for this demonstration. Click Edit Your Web Page. Now I'm not in the car business, but if I were, I would be at liberty to use that photo. Tired of your old car. And that should be, I should have put a question mark there. Check this out. Okay. And then we're going to play with the source code again. And let's see. Let's just make it easy on me. Hit Control F. And then JPG. And that takes me to that code. And we're going to go ahead and make that big again, since Pixabay codes are rather big. There we go. And then we're going to highlight all the way from HTTPS to the JPG, not including those quotation marks. And then right click and click paste. And that swaps out the code. Now let's update it and see if we don't have a much better sales funnel for a car sales, a car dealership. View your web page. Go down here. Now there we go. Now that kind of says buy a new car, doesn't it? Yeah, tired of your old car. Check this out. and then they can give you their name, their email address, click Get Instant Access, and hopefully go to town buying whatever you're selling, maybe a Tesla, whatever. So that's a brief demonstration, actually longer than I had anticipated, on how you can choose from a virtually unlimited number of background images to use with your Power Lead System sales funnel. And this is by no means the only way. You can use virtually any image on the internet that is not copyrighted and use it on your sales funnels. Now, I like Pixabay because I know that all those pictures there are not under copyright, and I am free to use them as I see fit. So I love the Pixabay option, but that's not the only option that you can use. If you want to check this out in more depth, more detail, Neil Guess has a video in the training section, if you're a Power Lead System member, under System Videos, and just go down midway and you'll see how to choose from an unlimited variety of background images. But that's just a little bit here to get you started. So I hope you found this video informative and like this content. If you do, please click share. Subscribe, notification bell, all that stuff. You know that spiel. And until later, we'll catch you in the next video. This is Ralph signing out, and we will talk a little bit more about the Power Lead System in upcoming videos. Until then, you all take care. Thanks for dropping by.